Dave here, and I apologise about the last upload of this one where I talk about my New Year's resolution. For some reason it went a bit weird. Anyway, there are 2 New Year's resolutions I'm doing. The first one is to improve myself physically and mentally, which is a continuation of the one I did last year, and also to record more videos with my little Pokemon friends like Fennekin and Eevee, as well as trying to grow the channel with just more random videos, whether that be philosophy, the physical fitness stuff, stretches that I'll be doing, and generally that kind of bits and pieces. I'll be employing the help of other YouTubers and my friends, be that my other half, Doug Sylvia, people from work, or just generally other Pokemaniacs. Now, New Year's resolutions. New Year resolutions are a tradition, mainly in the Western Hemisphere, but it can be found in the Eastern Hemisphere as well, where we make a promise to ourselves that we're going to do something to better ourselves, whether that be something small, like smiling more often, opening doors for people, or generally improving our physical fitness, or going on some sort of diet. There's one problem with this, however. We do not hold ourselves accountable. We get bored, we get fed up, we get disheartened with the outcome. Now, as a sports person, I will tell you that to see a physical change in yourself, it takes 6 to 8 months. Yes, 6 to 8 months. Not weeks, not days, not even hours. Months. For example, if we were to level up little Fennekin here, it would take us a long time for Fennekin to evolve into Brixen. The reason being that we have to put time and effort into that to help Fennekin evolve. Now, the other things are that we give ourselves a goal which is unattainable. Say, for example, we don't enjoy going to the gym. It will be very difficult to keep that up. I do apologise. I've got my lovely fiance here handing me random stuff, animals and Pokemon, because, we're just Pokemaniacs. What was my trail of thought? Oh, yes. You don't hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And if we do decide to do something, we do exactly the same as we did last year. Now, it's alright if you don't enjoy going to the gym. There are other ways to get fit and healthy. There's exercise classes, there's canoeing, there's rock climbing, there's running groups, there's walking groups. You don't have to go to a gym. If you do something with other people, it's more likely that you'll be able to continue that, especially if it's something that you enjoy doing. If you don't like sitting around and staying in one place too much, the gym is definitely not for you. If you don't like going out and getting completely and utterly soaking wet, then outside running and canoeing may not be for you, and the gym will be. As for diets, it's such a dirty word from a sports person kind of view. It's not diet, it's nutrition. Nutrition is what we need. Carbohydrates, protein, fat, and obviously vitamins. There are many ways of doing this, but eating correctly, looking at what we eat, and also having an idea of what we eat. Now, for example, a cake is not a good thing to eat. You don't want to eat cake. Cake goes over there. Do you know how many Mars bars it would take you to walk from the base of Mount Snowdon in Wales, which is the highest mountain in Wales, to its very peak, calorie-wise? The energy output that you would get from those Mars bars. 7, 8, 1. If you're thinking anything above single digits, unfortunately you're incorrect. The exact amount of Mars bars it would take for you to go from the base of Mount Snowdon to the top is 0.6. That's right, 1/6 of a Mars bar will get you from the base of Mount Snowdon to its peak. It just shows how many calories are in the Mars bar. And they're not even healthy calories either. It's full of the saturated fats and sugars. Now, we do need some sort of fat, but preferably natural fat from things like coconut, olive oil if you want to use oil, meat, fish meat especially, because of the omega-3. We keep hearing about how omega-3 is brilliant. Omega-3 is a fat, a healthy fat that helps with the brain. Also, the fats and protein help grow muscles. The carbohydrate side of things, we're looking at grains, we're looking at pastas, we're looking at porridges. Cereals do a certain job, but they can be full of a lot of sugar, which isn't good for our teeth and energy retention levels. Because what sugar does is it lifts us up for a short energy boost and then gives us a major crash. You ever have that feeling after eating something sugary where you're just so tired and lethargic? That is because of the sugar crash. Another thing that people seem to skip on is breakfast. Now, some people can do that because of the way their metabolism works. But if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to live a healthier life, it's eating something in the morning, whether that be a small cup of nuts, because nuts are healthy fats, mind you, some sort of porridge, or maybe even cooking yourself up some chicken. Not fried breakfast. Fried breakfast is definitely a no. Too much fat. Well, if you want every now and again, but you know what I mean. But what else? Lost track. Any New Year's resolution, as I said, is a promise to yourself. If you're doing it just because somebody else is doing it, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you're doing it because you feel like you're being forced to do it, once again, you're setting yourself up for failure. It has to be something that you want to do, either to better yourself or to better those around you, be that your children, your partners, your random stuffed animals and stuffed toys, or anything else. Anyway, that is my New Year's resolutions, my thoughts on New Year's resolutions, and hopefully giving you some information about how to improve your chances of succeeding in yours. Until the next video, this is Dave. Knowledge is power. We must use it wisely.